Alrighty. Howdy Neighbors, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, Justice for All. Last time we started this I don't even care about it, honestly. I don't care. I know I'm supposed to. I know I'm supposed to be like, oh my god, Maya, whatever will we do? I don't care. I don't. I'm checked out. I'm really only here for Edgeworth at this point. Let's go. I must examine them at once. I forgot to read, I'm sorry. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what do we have? There is only one photo that seems to be relevant to this case. Please present it to the court. It's the Nickel Samurai. I don't know why, but it's bothering me. Something about it is really bothering me. I don't know what it is. It's got this Nickel Samurai. Oh god, what voice did I give you? Clay, I told you! That's the guy I saw! Here's the witness is not lying earlier about this matter. Got his photo added to the court record. What does all this mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This photo just by itself does not prove that the person in it is the defendant. However, in his own confession, Mr. Engard clearly stated that at the time of the murder, he was still in his Nickel Samurai costume. If that is the case, the Nickel Samurai is the defendant. How did it come to this? I think this brings us to an end. We have examined every piece of evidence thoroughly. Final comments, Mr. Wright. But we'll consider them before we close. Do you agree that this photo is decisive evidence against your client? Well, Phoenix still cares about this, so no! I just want to say yes and get it done. I want to see the real bad end. Ugh. It really is decisive. We're done for. First, we just here to blow it. I put my life in jeopardy. I forgot! Hold on, let me see what we have. Alright, we have sandal socks. The feet. Oh, it's too big! You can't see his dang feet! His dang old feet! The purpose are shielded. Make a mistake here. Only one road out of this mess. This photo that Lotto took. There is. Something strange about it. There's something strange in this photo. I knew this was coming, right? If that's Mr. Edgeworth, I think we can all agree there's nothing strange with this photo. There's no way the defense could debunk this photo, even with a bunker buster. What is that? Bunker buster? Now what you're planning to do, Mr. Wright. Anyway, please look at the photo one more time. If you really believe you can honestly find something wrong with this photo, then you should need only one chance, correct? I think it's really funny that he's always like, you get 1. Everyone else is gonna get 900. You get 1. But, well, what's wrong with the photo? Can't let this goodbye. What height did she take the photo anyway? A lot of focus. I should take a shot to switch those accounts. Now then, let's hear your objection. Oh, this photo's strange. The dang old feet. The little feetsies. Take that! I would like to direct the court's attention to this one area right here. What are you pointing to? His ankles? If you could see this person's ankles, then that would be one thing. However, you cannot. And what does that mean? Who cares? The custom photo... Oh. I got distracted, I'm sorry. The costume person in this photo could not have been Mr. On Guard. What is the meaning of this? I wonder if you would care to elaborate. With actual facts, that is. Take a look at the Nickel Samurai's poster. Please pay particular attention to the area around the bottom of the hakama. The socks. You see socks. Exactly. However, in this photo, the Nickel Samurai is clearly holding his katana up to walk. And one explanation for this. As it is that the costume is clearly much shorter than the defendant. I don't think I turned things around for myself this time. Okay. That's curious. What is it? Edgeworth is unusually calm today. Is it with his boyfriend? That's true. He should let the trial run itself. As if he's only along for the ride. Along for the ride? What do you mean by that? I only guess that perhaps he doesn't feel under attack at all. Doesn't feel under attack. And haven't damaged his case at all. Mr. Edgeworth, where does this leave us? The person in the photo is not Matt On Guard. And everything the prosecution has tried to prove has become meaningless. I figured it would come to this. Huh? Right. I have something I want to ask you. Can we do this later? I will date you after. I think you have proven the person inside this costume is not Matt On Guard. In that case, who is this photo of? Oh, what's her name? Adrian. That lady. Maybe. I'm about to dread this lady's name in the mud. Who's the person wearing the Nickel Samurai costume? He sat over this thing. Very simple. What you should be focused on is Edgeworth's attitude, should you think? Why is he so calm? Your thoughts? Who's the person? The lady! Samus! Ba-bam! Adrian Andrews. If you want to know who the Nickel Samurai is, then other than this woman. And why would you say it must be Miss Andrews? What in the world points you to her? For starters, she's short. Well, okay. She could freely move in and out of Mr. On Guard's room. Finally, she had dinner with Mr. On Guard that night. And how did that all add up? It means it would be very easy for her to take a certain item A knife with Mr. On-Guard's fingerprints all over it. A knife that was used as a murder weapon. Why don't you just say what it is you want, right? This now. It's my last chance to turn things around. The defense moved to indict Miss Adrian Andrews in the murder of Juan Correa. It was Andrews who tried to frame the defendant for this crime. I like how his old baggage is like here for the ride. Like, what the fuck? Order. Looks like the trial has hit a most unexpected development. Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor. The court is issuing a subpoena on Miss Adrian Andrews. A verdict cannot be passed without first hearing her testimony. Alright, that's it. This is kind of bad for us. What do you mean? Adrian Andrews is summoned to court as a witness. This trial will go on for another day. I kind of forgot we had a day deadline. No, do we? No. We're not gonna work today, then Maya. Now then, we shall set Miss Andrews' testimony for tomorrow. Ew. The judge is about to adjourn the court. Wait and see. Let's do something. The trial must go on. I don't have anything left, no evidence or nothing. Now then, we'll adjourn it. My man! I was like, what do I do here? I abhor wasting such valuable time. Edgeworth. Hello? Your Honor, I request that you please continue with today's trial. But we cannot continue due to this unexpected development. It is just unexpected development. I think you underestimate me, Your Honor. What do you mean by that? That Mr. Phoenix Wright would slave his way into subpoenaing Miss Adrian Andrews. It was all happening according to plan. Even if Wright was a bit slow to catch on. What? What is the meaning of your statement, Mr. Edgeworth? Miss Adrian Andrews is currently awaiting the prosecution's lobby. He is the next witness. Everything was planned out in advance by this man. This is why I like Edgeworth. This man is prepared. He is ready to go. Somehow I knew there was no way Edgeworth would overlook Miss Andrews. This battle is far from over. Exactly. Very well. We'll call the next witness. However, before we proceed, we shall take a 10-minute recess. Please prepare your witness in that time, Mr. Edgeworth. The court will now take a 10-minute recess. I mean, okay. Here we go, I guess. I feel like I'm gonna be fully honest. I feel like the killer or the killer is the one that did it. If we're just being 100%. Because the D killer, just nabbed a person. And they're probably going to use that as their alibi. Here we go. March 22nd, 2:14 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Dude! I can't believe that Adrian, no way! Not cool and collected Adrian Andrews. She is your manager. Very easy for her to pull this off. The only person who had easy access to your knife who used at dinner was her. So after the ceremony, during the break, huh? I was sleeping like a log the entire time. We're doing this again? Didn't we do that last time? With what's his name? Will Powers? Is it? Oh, fine. Fine. I forgot to read. Cause she was the one that came to wake me up? Dude, you say it was really her? Yeah, she's the real killer. She's the one who murdered Juan Corrida. Why? I thought she was buds with Juan. She has her own agenda. Her own agenda? What are you talking about? I'm sure you'll see by the time this trial's over. It'll be alright. Get you acquitted by the end of the day. Have you ever heard this refreshing like a spring breeze? Gamer's lawyer, dude? Phoenix. You think her motive is related to Celeste Impact's missing note, right? Yeah. Andrews is dependent on Miss Impact's. That's her strength and reason to live. Impact suddenly committed. It sounds like she left a note, and the person thought to have hidden it was Juan Corrida, the victim of this murder. And that's why I think that Miss Andrews got close to Mr. Corrida. All to get that note back. And that sounds plausible. But one thing bothers me. Is it this game? Who was it that first told us about the relationship? Better say to Miss Andrews' tendency issues with regards to Miss Impact. It was Edgeworth. It looks like he's still the one in command of this ship. Don't let your guard down yet. March 22nd, 2:25 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. Court will now reconvene. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you please. The prosecution calls the witness subpoenaed by this court. Miss Adrian Andrews, the person who discovered the crime in Mr. Juan Corrida's room. What is your occupation? I'm the manager of the defendant in this case, Mr. Matt Ongard. I see, now then. Before we begin, Your Honor, I have one request. Yeah, sure, what is it? I'm sure everyone in this room is wondering the same thing, and would love to find out more about my relationship with the victim. After all, it was the topic of a certain weekly magazine recently. No, I have no idea what you mean. I've never even heard of Gossip Land. If the judge was ever a prosecution witness, he'd do all my work for me. Anyway, I was wondering if you could please tell us about your relation with the victim. Yes, I was seeing Mr. Corrida. I was also aware of the rivalry that existed between Matt and Juan. But this is a private matter between Juan and myself. And so it was a fry and bait. Was that bait and fryer? Reminds me of fishing. Shut up! But I didn't kill him. No one is accusing you of that, literally? I think there's someone who would beg to differ. I think we all understand your relationship with the victim now, Miss Andrews. Very well then. Witness, please testify to the court. About what happened when you discovered the murder had taken place. Witness testimony. When I found the body. Why are we not doing the heart looks during the court case? It would be so interesting to, like, need to navigate the court case, still making sure everything is in a row using the evidence strategically, and seeing the locks break, and then, like, coming back when the prosecution gives them more hope. I feel like it could be interesting. Maybe it'll happen in this case. I don't know. All I'm saying is, I feel like we're not doing all that we can right now. It was time for the show to start, and I went to get Matt from his room. After that, I went to Juan's room, and there was his dead body. I was in shock. What I saw was, naturally, the exact same scene as in the crime scene photo. I felt as though I was about to faint, so I poured myself a glass of juice. Poured yourself a glass of juice. It was so... Oh. Yes. Sadly, I didn't remember not to touch things at the scene of the crime. And I disturbed the crime scene by moving this one thing. And that is when the fingerprints on the wine glass were made, Your Honor. I see. Well, Mr. Ryan, you may cross-examine the witness. Phoenix. She is one cool and collected customer. And she has the brains to match. Yes, I know. In order to catch a person like her, you have to avoid head-on confrontations. You should disrupt her pacing. Disrupt her pacing? She's the type of woman who is easily thrown off by things inconsistent with her thinking. So you have to attack when she least expects it. And so you let up on your offense the instant trial is over, understand? Cross-examination. What? So I'm guessing this is the opposite of Mo, where it's like, don't question him. Now we have to, like, question everything. What was Mr. Ongar doing at the time? He was taking a nap. He was worn out from his mini performance as the Nickel Samurai during the ceremony. Ongar did say he was taking a nap. And I guess you could say it could not have been taken out of his room, yes. Excuse me. What are you... Right, I thought years of school would have taught you how to construct a sentence. If you can't make a sensible sentence on the subject, then I'll make one for you, watch. Did you let Miss Andrews remove Mr. Ongar's knife from his room? No. I love that Edgeworth is so sassy. This is what I was missing. The subject, verb. Gosh. Maybe I need lessons from Edgeworth. The subject, verb, object. Right. Did you skip basic grammar? The witness may continue. Then I went to Juan's room, got up. Why'd you do that? As a friendly gesture, Juan was to make an appearance with all the other heroes. The show was supposed to be a show of friendship, huh? Yeah. Is that the only reason? I beg your pardon. What are you implying? You had a certain goal in mind when you started to get close to him, correct? Perhaps you had more personal matters to discuss with the victim. Sorry. But I didn't have any such intentions in mind at that time. Here to talk without giving strong evidence, I guess. May we continue now? Witness, what did you see when you got to his room? God, I'm giving Edgeworth her voice. Sorry. You're in shock. What? Was I not supposed to be? He's a very calculated person. But how close they were. I doubt she had any romantic feelings for Miss Kurita. Anyone randomly stumbling upon a dead body would be in shock. And you can seriously expect that a young beauty like her would not be shocked. Edward! Somehow, I don't think beauty has anything to do with being shocked or not. Let's see. Okay. Body. Okay, back on track. That's what I'm referring to, correct? Yes, the one with the knife lodged in his chest. The guitar case was like this too. Yes, it was open and empty, of course. And how'd the water get on it? And then what did you do next, witness? It was as though I was about to faint or pour some glass of juice. Juice? Yes, there was a bottle of tomato juice on the table. So I helped myself. You didn't drink any of it, did you? There was no lip marks left on the wine glasses that anyone drank from it. I wasn't feeling terribly great, so I set the glass down without drinking it. Dangerous. I would like to confirm with you one more time. When you discovered the dead body, I want this to be known. You discovered a dead body. You were in great shock. And that's when you poured yourself a glass of juice. Correct. And what of it? My mind really was a complete blank at the time. Mine was a complete blank. I think that's possible for you. Aren't you rude today? I was so dazed that I made one careless mistake. That one thing. What one thing? Oh, never mind. It's no big deal. You said say just now? I thought you're gonna continue. Miss Andrews, you will continue. I'm convinced that you said you made a mistake at the scene of the crime. What I really want to know is what this mistake was. Actually, so would I. Sorry, it's just kind of embarrassing. I set the glass down on the dresser. I accidentally knocked the flower vase over. Okay, I'm not a fan of the pants. That's unfortunate. Flower vase. You're talking about the one on the floor in the crime So there wasn't a struggle? Is that what I'm hearing? And if that's the case, then the guitar case would have been open. Or closed when she showed up. Back off. There's a mess of glass shards. It was originally on top of the dresser. But when I bumped into it with my elbow, it fell under the guitar case. Why did you withhold such an important piece of information? I'm sorry. I thought that since the crime scene was already in disarray, and people would simply assume the face is just another part of the mess. Yet another fact has come to light here. Please add this and anything you have to reveal to your testimony. I'm sorry, but I have nothing more to add. I didn't touch anything else. No? That's wrong. Because the guitar case. That's wrong. Step in. You testified that you knocked the flower vase over. Is that correct? Yes. And are you sure it fell onto the guitar case? Is there some problem with that? With what I said? Not some problem. It's a major problem. It's true that the top of the guitar case is wet with water. However, that's exactly what's so strange. Miss Andrews, you testified that the vase fell under the guitar case. However, that's true. The case would have got wet on the inside, not the outside. I think the pants were in the outfit. That's very true. And furthermore, there's one other strange thing about the guitar case. What is it? Taking a look at the crime scene photo. The image of the vase scattered on the floor. What's wrong with that? The guitar case was open when the vase fell. The last shard to be inside, not outside of the case. Oh. What is your point, Wright? You thought your witness is wrong! That case was closed the time the vase was knocked over. Is that all? Nah, I think back to what Andrew testified to. That other than the vase, she didn't touch anything else. Yeah, that's right. She did implicitly say she didn't touch the guitar case. But the whole matter of the guitar case is a dead end. The bright red guitar was found in the studio. It has no bearing on this case at all. That may very well be. However, the guitar case doesn't have no relation to the case, does it? It seems there's no deeper meaning to the guitar case. Oh, Mr. Wright, do you think we should hear more details about the guitar case? Yeah, because she's a liar. The empty guitar case. I believe it's a crucial piece of the puzzle. I can't believe anyone would reach for straws like this. But it is you. I can't really believe I'm doing this either. And I'll follow along for now. As Andrews, please testify to the court about the guitar case. I'm out. I'm gonna end this episode here. So, thank you very much for watching, and hopefully, I will see you later.